Okay. In unit number 4, we have to need concept of microgrid, then necessity of microgrid, then applications of microgrid. Okay. Then in which we have to need architecture of microgrid, because the architecture of microgrid is based on different parameters like energy storage system. Then also in which we have to need energy stored in the form of battery, in the form of DC. That is we have to need DC microgrid. Okay. Then also in which need formation of microgrid. Okay. Then issues of interconnection, then protection and control of microgrid. Then also microgrid can be operated with the help of renewable energy sources. That is integration of renewable energy sources and concept of smart microgrid. Then comparison between microgrid and smart grid. Then also smart grid is based on renewable green energy storage system. And also smart grid can be controlled with the help of cyber security or internet connectivity. That means unit number 4 is based on microgrid. Okay. Then also in which we have to need concept of microgrid. Also in the concept of microgrid is based on operating modes. It is in which we have to need study of microgrid, then microgrid operating modes, then need of microgrid, then interconnection of microgrids with the help of power parks or energy storage system, that is energy stored in the form of battery. Then environmental aspect, then difference between conventional grid and microgrid, then advantages and disadvantages of microgrid, then future directions used in microgrid with the help of research development, and last one is the we have to need some research with the help of reference paper in we have to need to study of microgrid. Now this is the overview of the unit number 4 with the help of their modes and interconnections. Okay, now in which we have to need concept of microgrid. That is we have to need what is microgrid. That is microgrid means small scale grid. That is in which we have to need provide small scale power supply to the network in the form of power. That is electric power is equal to product of voltage and current. That means microgrid is a small scale power supply network. Then this called as microgrid. Then this type of microgrid using local power generation and local load. That means very small load. That is distribution load. Also this microgrid, it gives better efficiency and it gives high flexible. That means its operation is very simple as compared to the smart grid. That means in which the microgrid is it gives highly flexible. That means its operation is very simple as compared to the smart grid, because smart grid operation is complicated. Then microgrid, it gives very simple flexible operation and it gives better efficiency as compared to the smart grid. Now this is the concept of microgrid. Then also this microgrid is connected to the local generating units and it gives power to the grid. Also microgrid generate power and this power can be sold to the utility grid. That means utility grid means consumer side. Okay. Then also the whole system of microgrid can be controlled with the help of municipal region. That means also microgrid useful for house. That is industrial, commercial and housing. Now these are the concept of microgrid. Okay. Then the microgrid can be divided into 5 components. That is first one is the generation. That means generation of electricity as per requirement of load. Now this generation of electricity can be stored in the form of battery. Okay, and also it convert with the help of converter and inverter. Then this microgrid can be controlled with the help of power electronic devices, and also in which we have to need point of common coupling. That means these whole parts or is all section can be controlled with the help of point of common coupling, that is called as PCC point. Now these are the important components of microgrid. Then also in which we have to generate electricity with the help of wind turbine. They also generate with the help of photovoltaic cell. Then also create with the help of hydro energy storage system, and this energy can be controlled with the help of power electronic devices. Each and every section we have to need power electronic devices, and this power is given to the industrial user load, then commercial user and residential user. Then also this energy can be stored in the form of DC. Okay, and this DC energy can be converted into inverter to give output is DC. Now these are the small microgrid power network. Okay, now these are the important components in microgrid, and in which we have to need to generate electricity with the help of different sources like wind energy, then hydro energy, then photovoltaic cell, and also generate with the help of generator. Okay, now these are the applications of microgrid. Then this is the typical microgrid network. Okay, now also in which we have to generate electricity with the help of photovoltaic cell. Okay, now these are the important section. Photovoltaic cell, it converts solar energy into electrical energy. That means convert DC supply, and this DC supply stored in the battery storage. Then also this battery storage convert electrical supply into DC to AC with the help of inverter, and this AC supply is given to the power generator. This power generator supply electricity to the load. Then offices. Okay. Also this electricity given to the substation, and also substation consists of transformer. This step up or step down. That means convert electricity in the form of increase the voltage level and decrease the voltage. Now this is the small microgrid concept. That means we have to generate electricity with the help of PV cell, hydro energy system, wind energy system. Now this is the typical overview of the microgrid system. Okay. Now also in which we have to need, this is the photovoltaic cell, that is solar cell panel, and it convert solar energy into electrical energy in the form of DC. Then this DC supply is stored in the form of battery. This battery is connected to the converter or inverter, and as per requirement of consumer side will be provide electrical supply in the form of AC or DC. Now this is the concept of solar cell used to convert solar energy into electrical energy. Okay. Then also the microgrid consists of two operating modes. That is, the first is grid connected mode and second one is VLAN mode. Okay. Then also the grid is active at that instant. It consists of static switch. That means switch is closed, then electric supply is flowing from input side to utility side. That is called as load side. And also in which we have to need feeders. That means it consists of 4 feeders. It is feeder A, B, C and D. Okay. Then also this feeder section is very important for to open and close the main substation. Okay. Then also in which we have to need circuit breaker and relay. Okay. That means the fault occur on feeder side, the relay sense the fault or or sense the fault current and it give to the circuit breaker for close or open the circuit. Okay, now this is the grid connected mode. This totally depends on utility grid is active and utility grid is connected. Okay, that means static switch operation is very important at the time of switching on condition. Okay, now this is the first mode is grid connected. Okay, then second is island mode. Okay, then island mode means in which this utility grid is not working. That means is not supply power to the grid. Okay, that means static switch is open condition. Then not supplying power, then static switch is open. Then also it consists of 4 feeders, that is feeder A, B and C. But why this circuit is unoperated? Because the fault occur in feeder D. Okay, that means this is the fault condition occur at point D. When at that instant the static switch is open condition because the fault occur on feeder side D. That means this is the not sensitive. It is dead position. And at that instant we have to need static switch is open due to fault condition. Okay. Now these are the two operating modes of the microgrid. Okay. This is the important is this land mode because in which we have to need to detect fault occur on feeder side. Okay. Now this is the second point. Then next point is need of microgrid because microgrid it gives better electric supply, also in which transmission losses is very low, then also in which it gives better efficiency and high quality power supply, and also it reliable for load side, that means it gives reliable operation. Okay, now this is the important needs of the microgrid. Okay, then also the microgrid is totally depends on environmental condition because in microgrid we have to use renewable energy sources like wind energy system, okay, hydro energy system. Okay, then also in which we have to need large land, but is that does not affect on atmosphere condition because it does not emit any harmful gases in microgrid. That means in which we have to reduce carbon dioxide gases. Now these are the environmental aspect is very important in microgrid. Okay. Then also in which we have to need difference between conventional grid and microgrid. The efficiency of conventional grid is very low as compared to the microgrid. Then second point is large amount of energy in the form of heat is wasted in conventional grid. That means large amount of energy loss occur in conventional grid as compared to the microgrid. That means microgrid is better than conventional grid. Then microgrid it requires small pace as compared to the conventional grid. Now these are the comparison between conventional grid versus micro. Okay. Then also in which we have to need advantages of microgrid because microgrid this operation is very simple as compared to the conventional grid and it easy to isolate load side with the help of with fault occur in system. Okay, that means microgrid always reduces fault on feeder side with the help of utility mode and island mode. Okay, then it does not affect environmental condition and it gives low zero emission gases like carbon dioxide gases. Now these are the advantages. Then also microgrid useful for electricity and in which we have to reduce heat generated in grid side, and it gives better efficiency as compared to the conventional grid. Then the cost of the electricity units in microgrid is very less as compared to the other grid. That means microgrid, it gives better efficiency. That means overall energy efficiency of microgrid is better as compared to the other conventional grid and smart grid. Now these are the important advantages of microgrid. Then also we have to explain disadvantages. Then in microgrid we have to need to control parameters like voltage, current, frequency and power. But in microgrid the fault current is not easy to control. Then also in which we have to need electrical energy stored in the form of battery, because battery maintenance is more as compared to the other grid. Then also battery bank, and in which we have to use generators and converters, that is power electronics converter. It gives more maintenance as compared to the other grid. Then when fault occur in microgrid, then this fault is recovered is very difficult in microgrid. Now these are the disadvantages of microgrid. Then also the microgrid in which we have to need protection, and this protection can be implemented is very challenging. And also in microgrid we have to need to insert smart meter, but the cost of smart meter is very high as compared to the other meters. Okay, now these are the disadvantages of microgrid. Last point is microgrid applications, then in which it using renewable energy sources, also using primary level control, secondary level control, tertiary level control and reactive control grid. Now these are the applications of microgrid. Okay, that means this microgrid using also industrial resources, also using commercial resources. Okay, and also is interconnected to the smart grid. Okay, then these are the applications of microgrid. Now in which we have to need architecture of microgrid. Now this is the basic architecture of microgrid. That means in which we have to generate electricity with the help of different sources like bioenergy, then wind power, then photovoltaic cell, then also in which we have to generate power grid. This is the point of common coupling. Then fuel cell, it converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Then energy storage system, that means battery storage system, also in which we have to use micro turbine. Then micro turbine, it converts kinetic energy into mechanical energy, and also in which we have to need generator, it converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Now these are the different resources using microgrid, and it converts energy in the form of DC and AC, and as per requirement of consumer side will be provide electricity supply. Now this is the just overview of the microgrid architecture. Okay, then also in which we have to need concept of microgrid. First is distribution generation. First example is solar PV system, wind energy system, then fuel cell, then bio generators, diesel generator, then MSD plant. These are the examples of distribution generation. Then energy storage system, that is example is battery, ultra capacitors, flywheel energy storage system. These are the three examples of energy storage system. Okay, then also in which we have to need coupling point. That is called as point of common coupling. It is very important point, and it will be connect to the microgrid and main grid with the help of electric circuit. That means this point is connect electric circuit with the help of microgrid. That means this is the microgrid is connected to the main grid with the help of electrical circuit. Okay. Now this is the just overview of the microgrid architecture. Okay, then microgrid, it gives sufficient energy system, and also this microgrid used in college campus, hospital, complex mall, business center, also used in distribution generation, and in which we have to need generate electricity with the help of solar panels, wind turbine, combined heat and power, then generator. These are the applications of to generate electricity with the help of AC supply and DC supply. Now this is the just overview of the microgrid structure.